Well, good morning, Roller Derbyverse. Welcome to Game 9 of the Men's European Cup 2018. I'm the lovely Beatrix. Joining me on stream is the very gorgeous Very Cherry.
Hi.
With Coco on production. We'll be talking you through the New Wheeled Order versus Tyne and Fear game today. So we're going to just run through those rosters real quick for you.
Oh, you've got some lovely eye contact there, babe. Oh,
smizing straight.
I know, but it's like you're looking at them, but you're
derby.
looking straight at me. I'm loving it. Anyway, just talking rubbish as usual. Your roster for the New Wheeled Order, who, according to this, are playing in red, but you know it's their burgundy. We have 000, oh my God. We have 025, Bosch. 024, Lieutenant, damn. We have 05, Fish. 06, Rufio. 100, Alien Al. 15, Peter Parker. 1997, Cloud Strike. Number 2 is Shrooms. 24, Smackbauer. 37, Scrimley. 43, Scotty Dog. 672, Gazuka. 747, Scooby. And number 9, and I can never say his name properly, I have to go, Phil Chiropractor.
Oh, I thought it was Velociraptor.
I think it is.
Like
I just
the dinosaur.
I know, I'm just rubbish, sorry.
Oh,
and anyway, that is your wonderful lineup for New Wheeled Order in the burgundy.
And playing in the white, we have Tyne and Fear Roller Derby. 0, Barnabash. Number 1, Dark Matter. 137, Fubar. 181, Tank. 26, Chemical Al. 44, Kamikenzi. 50, Bull. 6, Georgie Bear. 64, 60 Quad Bit. 762, Jam Munition. 82, Dog. 83, Nicholas Rage. 831, Mustache. 9, Moo. And 99, Sparky. And I'm just going to run through the officials real quick with you. Dorian Gray, Goria Estefan, Nurgle, Joker, Miss Fury, Mademoiselle, Bomb Weasley, Hannah, Misty Moan, Stagosaurus, Sticks and Stoner, Napurian Hannah, Duncan Disorderly, Righteous Oxide, Big Smack, Holly, Trey Cool, Caps Lock, Batmags, and Danny Riero.
Lovely. And as you were just getting our wonderful officials sorted, Dark Matter has grabbed the first lead jammer of this game for Tyne and Fear. Did a little trip, but it doesn't matter because the crowd went bananas.
So Dark Matter is your lead jammer coming in on a scoring pass into turn 3, escorted outside, forced to call off that jam, but not before picking up 3 points for Tyne and Fear.
Lovely start for the host team, sort of co-host here with Newcastle, of course. Shout out, of course, to Tyne and Fear who've been helping us with the tech, with everything that's going on, and also playing at a tournament. So
no big deal.
No big deal, and you've just grabbed lead from the jaws of NWO.
Lining up for New Wheeled Order, we have 05 Fish coming up against Moo. All the animals represented out on track, Cherry.
It has been a bit of a Noah's Ark of animals this weekend. We've had mannequin beasts, we've got fish, we've got Moo, we've got probably somebody called Mark the Cow, I don't know.
Okay, but right now, Moo trying to get around Gazuka, last line of defense. Scooby Zoom also in attendance. Beautiful work by the New Wheeled Order blockers to be able to get Fish out. Lead jammer goes to MRD.
And not just lead jammer there, B. Fish is your active and only jammer on the track as Moo is sat down in the penalty box, joined by Omar from NWO. So I think we are safe to say we're going to see a little bit of a NWO points party in front of our very eyes.
Well, points parties are my favourite kind of parties, next to after parties. Fish, though, stuck between turns 2 and 3, looking for the in, decides to call off the jam, icing Tyne and Fear's jammer in the penalty box and picking up 5 points for New Wheeled Order.
Oh, the illustrious 5 points.
Everybody's really sad about it, but I don't care.
Nice.
That's my hill and I'll die on it.
I like it. I mean, to be honest, what can we do about it anyway?
Nothing.
I like to knee start.
I think we just all need. Well, gosh,
I didn't really.
Oh no,
I've got bad knees.
It's bad on your hips as well, girl.
I know.
So, yeah, anyway, back to the action. So, New Wheeled Order starting on another power jam, and it is Rufio, your lead jammer, who has a bit of a moment, cuts the track. He was knocked straight off to the infield there, Cherry, and then came in right in front of everybody.
Yeah, it was one of those where you're like, dude, you're right in front of all the referees. There's no way no one saw that. So I think just a bit of a yeah, exactly. A little bit of a brain freeze for Rufio. But I'm pretty sure he'll make it up later.
Well, Moo is your active and lead jammer for Tyne and Fia. Power Jam in favour of them now, so one apiece so far in this game. We're only in Jam 3. Is this going to be the tail of the tape on the track today? Lots of teas for you. Moo up front, braced 3-wall from New Wheeled Order. Spencer in attendance. Oh my God, also there.
Shrooms at the front.
At the helm.
Looking after everything.
Back on track and in play is Rufio. Finishes that initial pass. Moo still looking for the in, but being beaten down on by the New Wheeled Order blockers. Shrooms, particularly a very active blocker on opposing teams' jammers, Cherry.
Yeah, Shrooms really is quite a formidable old blocker, isn't he? Very reliable. He's not old. I don't know I said that. Sorry, Shrooms. You're probably about 12 years younger than me.
12 years old. 5 points picked up by Tyne and Fear there. Takes their score to 8, so another lead change. Only 3 jams into this game and we're already seeing all of the excitement.
So if you are watching this back on whichever
Which is the only way you can see it.
Which is the only way you can see it. Make sure you're still joining in with the lead change tequila shots. Because we need to reenact this moment as if you were watching it for real. So tequila shots, cat pictures on the internet. Come on, join in properly.
Scrimley versus Sparky in the jammer stakes. Both jammers in the mix, but Sparky with that beautiful little apex jump picks up lead. Scrimley finally makes it out of the pack, a full lap behind.
Yeah, that was a proper Sparky special, that was. If you ever wanted to know why Sparky is so highly regarded as a jammer, just watch that, and I think we're going to be treated to a replay. Here we go.
So
dun, dun, dun.
you just check out here. Sparky takes the outside, doesn't find the space, sees a little gap on the inside, and that apex jump completely neutralizes, oh my God's block against him. 2 further points picked up by Tyne and Fear, takes their score to 10. New Wheeled Order sitting on 5.
Unfortunately, though, Tyne and Fear picking up 2 points, but also picking up 2 blocker penalties, as we've got, I believe that is Barnabash and Nicholas Rage in the Sisu penalty box, which means Lieutenant Dan's only got 1 to beat. Beat them he does, and lead goes to New Wheeled Order.
Ken McKenzie with the star for Tyne and Fear, takes it wide between turns 1 and 2, but finds a pack reforming in front of him. New Wheeled Order certainly speedy at getting to the front of the pack, Cherry, and putting up those defensive lines.
Yeah, one thing I think New Wheeled Order are quite well known for is when they have to like put the pedal to the metal to the, you know what I mean. They really can go for it. You know what the saying is. They've really got that explosive starts. Maybe they do a bit of, high intensity interval training.
Perhaps they do. Well, Lieutenant Dan on his 3rd scoring pass now. Lead change once again in favour of New Wheeled Order. And Ken McKenzie just not able to make any kind of progress through this pack. Remove the star. Picks up a cut track penalty. So this is now Power Jam number 2 in favour of New Wheeled Order. And with just under a minute to go of this jam, Lieutenant Dan decides to call it off and ice the jammer.
I mean, he did pick up 20 points, so I think he's done his shift for that 2 minutes.
He's put the work in.
He's put the work in. Have a sit down, talk about it.
So
Put 3 posts on Instagram about it, and then get back up in 3 jams time.
Highest scoring jam so far in this game, and we are only on jam 5. Power Jam start in favour of New Wheeled Order, and we're seeing a pivot line up.
Oh, look at that lunge.
Fish with the star. Tyne and Fear holding a 3 braced wall. Beautiful recycling. Lots of hits down. However, Fish with the patience, able to get on through and pick up lead. And Fish coming in now on this scoring pass. Once again into that 3 wall.
Fish very much demanding of his pack, telling them what to do. Sometimes I think it's quite funny when you hear jammers like shouting for offense, but the way Fish does it's very controlled, very calculated. He's a great jammer to watch.
And beautiful jammer awareness. We're going to see
Let's have a
the
look.
big hit here from Fish to get that lead.
Boom.
So look at that. Just lets those blockers bounce off. Keeps inbounds and upright. Kemi Kenzie did return to play at the end of that jam, and that brilliant jammer awareness from Fish was what called it off. So 5 points picked up by New World Order. Tyne and Fear still sitting at 10 points. They've not scored now for about 3 jams.
But that girl up there is doing some lovely kettlebell swings. Look at that.
Check out that form. Dark Matter with the star up against Rufio. Dark Matter knocked inside. Rufio with opportunity picks up lead. Dark Matter resetting. Comes back in to complete the initial, but Rufio already on a scoring pass. Pack is racing here.
Yeah.
And a hit it and quit it game in action. As Rufio hits the pack, calls off the jam. 1 point picked up for New World Order.
Yeah, so we've got just under 10 minutes, already elapsed of this game. I'm getting pretty exhausted already. This game has been quite the stamina-bearing game. 31 taking on 10.
Have a nap, Babs.
Oh, all right. I'll come back to you with the next jam. Good night. Goodbye, cruel world. I'm back. I wouldn't leave you all, YouTube land.
Scrimley up against Moo now.
But look at that. Oh, just as I was about to compliment the NWO defense, Moo goes, nah, I've got this.
I think you should compliment Tyne and Fear's defense here,
Yes.
because they're doing some beautiful work at the back of this pack, holding Scrimley at bay and giving Moo opportunity. 1 scoring pass already completed, and Scrimley only just exiting the pack on his initial as Moo comes in for a second scoring pass. NWO blockers looking to line up, but Moo challenging those walls as we go into turn 3. Scrimley catching up to the pack on his initial, but caught in a web of 3 at the back of this pack. Held tight by Tyne and Fear.
Oh, I like a web of 3. I'm having that.
You can steal it.
I'm having it. Thank
Pay
you.
me later. Well, Moo comes in, but what a hit there. 7-4-7. Scooby.
Scooby Boom, more like. You can have that one if you want.
Thanks.
I mean, you probably don't want it, but
I'll
you
write
can have
it
it.
Well, Moo forced to reset and run the gauntlet of blockers once again from NWO. I say run, but let's face it, it's more of a pushing standstill. All the action happening in turn 3. Scrimley at the back of this pack, not able to gain any purchase. Moo looked to make a move, knocked outside once again by Scooby Zoom and recycled right the way back. Meanwhile, patience paid off, Padawan. Scrimley through and 4 points on the board for MRD.
Oh, do you know what?
Sorry.
I was tired.
It was a lot.
It was a lot that went on, but I'm loving it. I'm loving how this game is a little bit like that first game, because let's not forget, it was only in the last maybe 15 minutes that SDRD really did stretch out that lead. This game could be anybody's, and I love both of these teams because I do. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of an upset though.
I have no feelings I can share on the internet.
Aren't you from Manchester?
I'm
Feelingless.
I'm a citizen of the world.
Oh, I am from the roller derby nation of love.
14 points picked up by Tyne and Fear in that brilliant jam. 7 points picked up by New World Order. 24 plays 38. And we've got Sparky up against Lieutenant Dan.
Let's just take a second to enjoy this rugby style start, which I love. Seeing everybody scrumming down, but Lieutenant Dan breaks away, grabs lead for the second time now, I do believe, in his jamming career of this game. But for the second time today, we are also being treated to a Sparky Apex jump.
Lieutenant Dan coming in on his first scoring pass, puts the burners on. Knocked out by number 83, Nicholas Rage, and jam is called. No, 2 points picked up by New World Order. 3 points, 2 points. Where are we going? 2 points. So that's 40 plays 24.
That jam was a lovely scrummy jam, as I said, but it did have did have 2 casualties in the Sisu penalty box, blocker apiece. So it's Even Stevens depleted pack.
I love a bit of Even Stevens.
I love a bit of Stephen. It's my husband's name. That's not weird. It's not weird.
Fish with the star for New World Order. Kemi Kenzie for Tyne and Fear. Kemi Kenzie knocked out. Fish picks up lead. Kemi Kenzie right back to jam line here. Hits the 3 wall from New World Order and once again forced to recycle whilst Fish progresses through the pack, picking up the full 5 points in this scoring pass.
Nice bit of distraction offense there from Alien Al. Fish giving a little thumbs up to Al and over to his bench. Always nice to see. And there's the bean dip.
Beautiful dip by Fish. Just allowed him to get past that defensive wall on the outside turn. And you can see coming in once again, not content to take the outside or the inside where we know the real danger is, but straight through the middle of that pack, Cherry.
It was really lovely. Fish is really showing off some fancy skills today. He's doing strong blocking through the middle, fancy footwork around the outside. What's he going to do at half time? A gym display for us.
Well, this time knocked out by 1-8-1 Tank and forced to recycle. Fish once again having to get through the blocking contingent of Tyne and Fear, but we have seen a star pass on Tyne and Fear's side to Nicholas Rage. Not able to capitalise on it though. 15 points picked up by New World Order. And let's just see if we can see the replay of Fish with the duck and dive. Here you see Fish coming around that outside. Beautifully timed. Tank not able to land that hit, Cherry.
Win some, you lose some. But unfortunately that Fish, I mean, we've said it 1,000 times and I bet he's sick of hearing it, but he's very slippery. It's like he is actually covered in like cod liver oil or a brine maybe. I mean, I haven't touched him, so I don't know, but I might ask later.
Have a little think on about that. Right now, it is Rufio having a little think on about how good lead jammer feels.
He's probably thinking about Fish covered in brine though, isn't he?
Dark Matter with the start for Tyne and Fear recycle back. Rufio not scrubbing up the speed as he comes in on a scoring pass.
The C2 penalty box is empty, so everyone is on the track now doing their business. Dark Matter does have start in hand, looking for a bit of offense. We do have Dog ready to take the star, but Dark Matter wants to show that he too can do an outside bean dip.
Well, that was beautiful, and Shrooms wasn't able to land that hit, so Rufio, with danger imminent in terms of points for Tyne and Fear, calls off the jam. 9 points picked up by New World Order, takes their score to 69.
Oh, hello.
Nice. 24 for Tyne and Fear, 15 minutes left of this first half, and we'd like to say a big thank you to rollerderbycity.com, sponsors of this weekend's event.
And as I said on a previous game, you can see the Roller Derby City stand from here because they are the purveyors of the Illuminous fanny pack.
Straight back into the action. Moo with the star for Tyne and Fear. Alien Al jamming for the first time in this game for New World Order. And Alien Al taken outside, giving Moo opportunity and picking up lead.
Yeah, Moo pretty casual there, grabbing the old lead jammer out of the claw, the jaws of NWO. Like it, like his casual style.
New World Order's Alien Al with a little apex hop to get around the pack. Not able to grab points though. Tyne and Fear, did they get an 8? Let's see if we can see the Alien Al hop. There you see Moo just getting knocked off. And Alien, well, do you know what? I attributed an apex hop, but now I look at it.
It's an actual jump.
It was a jump. It was. You're right. 5 points picked up by Tyne and Fear. First time they've scored in quite some time, so they take their score to 29. And Mardi sitting at 69. That's a 40-point differential, Cherry.
Nice maths there, B.
Thanks.
See what you did there.
Oh, my goodness. Lieutenant Dan grabbing lead jammer straight out of the starting whistle almost. Words.
Yeah, it was like whistle, lead.
Sparky caught up by this 2-wall from New World Order. Finally breaks through. Penalties are plenty going to New World Order. And Lieutenant Dan calling off the jam.
Not looking very happy about it, though. He's going back to his bench, shaking his head. Oh, in fact, I think he might be going to the penalty box.
1 point picked up.
He's got his hand up. What does it mean, Dan? What does it mean? Oh, you're sitting down.
Yeah.
No, you're just taking the really long route back to your bench.
Some people want all the glory all the time. 1 point picked up by New World Order. Tyne and Fear holding at 29. New World Order now at 70. 12 minutes 50 on the clock. And we're dancing straight into the next jam.
And lead going to Mackenzie. Lovely work there. I think this is the first lead that we've seen for Mackenzie picking up there, so he'll be pretty chuffed with that. But look at the waiting party that is waiting for him. Scooby Zoom, Omar and Velociraptor at the front, but gets on through, breaks it to the other side, and we've had a star pass.
Scooby taking the star. But I'm going to check out the replay of Mackenzie getting lead here. And you just see Scooby one-on-one. Oh, my God, also. But Mackenzie just able to keep in bounds and upright.
And that's all you got to do. Simple, inbounds, upright.
It's dead easy, really. I do have to say props to 60 quad bit in that last period of play, because really running that disruption line helped Tyne and Fear grab those 5 points. So 34 plays 70. Dark Matter up against Rufio. And Rufio is your lead jammer.
Yeah, straight up that inside. No messing for Rufio. Grabbing lead. But NWO do seem to be suffering a little bit more of penalty trouble than the other team, Tyne and Fear obviously. But we'll maybe have a look at the penalties in the 30 seconds. Dark Matter doing some backward skating now, asking Rufio to do a dance with him. It's all gone a bit Strictly Come Dancing now.
Well, you know, all this is well and good, but MRD with a lead already have 5 points in their pocket. Tyne and Fear with no points so far. So really, we need to be thinking about being a bit more strategic rather than
Strictly.
Strategic rather than strictly, absolutely. Rufio calling off the jam. 5 points picked up by MRD. No points for Tyne and Fear. Also, if I was a judge on Strictly,
What would you give it?
I don't know, maybe a 3.
I think you'd be the mean judge though,
Of
wouldn't
course
you?
I would.
I'd be the really nice one, you know, like Bruno, like, oh, but they did well and I loved it and he had a nice shirt on.
The lovely Beatrix is a simple misnomer.
I'm scared.
So 10.5 minutes left of this first half. It's Moo with the star for Tyne and Fear. Scrimley for New Wheeled Order. Now Moo has had much success in this pairing, but Scrimley pushing forward. One left to pass up front. That's Barnabash. Scrimley breaks on through to grab lead.
Barnabash does suffer the forearm penalty at the front there, desperately trying to hold off Scrimley. But it didn't work and he now sat down in the C2 penalty box for a full 30 seconds.
Moo knocked outside, recycled back between turn 2 and 3. Held in a braced 3 wall. Going into turn 3 by New Wheeled Order as Scrimley breaks through for 5 points. And jam is called. New Wheeled Order playing a perfect hit it and quit it game right now, Cherry.
Mm-hmm.
They're just grabbing those points, calling it off, grabbing those points, calling it off. And you know what that does? It puts pressure on Tyne and Fear, which means that we may start to see a few more penalties coming from them. It's a sneaky mind.
Mind trickery.
Yeah.
Like one of those pictures where you think it's a sea, but really like a dolphin comes out at you.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, but not.
Sorry. I'll come back with some better metaphors
Have a
later.
think about it. It's all right. Just don't do your homework on the bus. Sparky now up against Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan powering out the pack.
He's a bit good, isn't he?
Much appreciation for the burst of speed he's able to do. Sparky just looking for the in. Gets around number 2, Shrooms, but then caught up by a 2-wall.
Oh, Sparky's just got so much going on. Like I can't concentrate on him properly.
He's an incredibly jumpy, active jammer, and that can work out really well. But it also means that you can't carry that speed into the pack.
No, you've got to be able to like speed. No, speed. No, like my internet provider. Like
Lieutenant Dan in the mix, but coming round on a second scoring pass, picks up those points. And Sparky finally making it out. Star in hand, though, as the pack kind of spreads out, reforming in between turns 2 and 3.
Looks like we're having another Strictly Come Dancing moment.
Well, again, this plays perfectly to New Wheeled Order, but Sparky really needs to not get distracted by
Stop
the
doing
moves.
a jive. We haven't got time for that.
No time for waltzing, baby.
Smooth. Sparky does break through, but obviously gets past his own players quite easily. Does an apex jump, but is met by, I believe that is, I can't see from here, I'm not even going to make it up. Spencer.
I think it was who just shattered the dreams of Sparky's apex jump there. And Sparky finally seeing daylight, actually getting tripped up by Nicholas Rage, and then held up by the New Wheeled Order blockers. Lieutenant Dan coming up against resistance now from Tyne and Fear. Beautiful sweep, though, to the outside by number 2. That'd be Shrooms to get his jammer out.
I don't know if you just saw that. Sparky actually went into the NWO bench and they had to give him a little push out again.
Bless.
Oh.
And Lieutenant Dan knocked to the outside. Jam comes to an end. I think we're going to see the apex jump that never was here. So Sparky coming around, passes his own teammates, goes for the leap.
Ooh.
But a huge hit out. And I think you said that was, I think it was Smack Bauer.
Ooh.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to call that.
Do it.
Well done, Smack Bauer. So NWO with that huge jam, 23 points, highest we've seen so far in this game, I believe. Takes us over the 100 mark for New World Order. Tyne and Fear holding at 38, and we have an official review that's been called by Tyne and Fear. 7 minutes left of this first half, so you know if you don't use it, you lose it.
But as you said, B, Tyne and Fear called this, so whilst it's not my place to speculate, I do think that apex jump might have something to do with it. But we shall see. Maybe it was about the dancing. Maybe they thought you were a bit cruel with that 3 you gave them for their paso doble. I thought it was creative.
I don't think I'm strictly, and I'm in no way an expert, but I don't believe that they have opportunity to review in that sport, do they?
They should have an official review in Strictly. Be like, no, evil judge. Don't know what you're talking about.
Well, we're going to let you know exactly what is going on when we do, so it could be some time. Maybe years. I don't know.
What year is it, meme? Can we just put that meme up in a minute? Just like, we don't know anymore. In fact, we could just stay here forever, and then we could keep the Walker Dome because we've had a sit-in.
I'm still a little bit too jet-lagged for Cherry this morning.
I'll calm down.
We're going to find out what's going on, and I will let you know in just 1 second. Okay, very much thanks to our officials today. So the Tyne and Fear were looking for a cut track penalty to be assessed to the New World Order jammer.
Oh, okay.
And the officials reviewed and agreed that one should have been assessed. And so now we start on a power jam with New World Order's jammer sitting in the Sisu mouthguard penalty box.
Oh, so that is going to be a lovely piece of, advantageous play. Sorry, Scott involved then. Bit of advantageous moment here for Mackenzie, desperately trying to wrap himself around all the skaters, but unfortunately he does pick up a penalty, so he will be switcherooing with Lieutenant Dan. Such a shame that that penalty was from their official review as well.
Yeah.
However, because it was a successful official review,
it means
they
keep
retain it.
They do, but we only have
one.
6.5 minutes left of this first half, so opportunity may not come knocking for them to be able to use that again. But listen carefully, you might hear it just tapping at the door. Anyway, Lieutenant Dan back on track and in play for New World Order. Pack is rushing. Lieutenant Dan looking to Shrooms, acting as a wrecking ball to grab that lead jammer status. Beautiful piece of defensive, offensive work there.
That's a proper classic truck and trailer type of move, isn't it?
I love a truck and trailer.
From the old days. Bring it on back. Let's have a minute penalty in a 3-period game.
Oh gosh, please.
No.
Lieutenant Dan knocked out on the turn 4, forced to recycle back all the way almost to turn 2. And that gives time and space for Cammy Kenzie, who's returned to play, but who also suffers the same fate from the New World Order blockers.
Oh, you made that sound dramatic.
Quite. Cammy Kenzie pushing on through. Lieutenant Dan, though, with a huge pickup and knockout. And oh my goodness.
Dan is going back to the penalty box. The home crowd pretty chuffed with that. It's not often you see the referees get a clap, but there you go. So yeah, Dan's in the penalty box. Mackenzie, what can you do with this? Shroom saying, do you know what? I'm not touching you because got a bit of a naughty penalty last time and it ain't worth it.
Exactly. Well, track is a little bit light for MRD. No jammer and one blocker in that Sisu penalty box. Well, Mackenzie trying to take as much opportunity as possible, but decides jam comes to a natural end, I believe.
We're going to have a quick look at the replay.
So this will be the jammer on jammer. And there you can see such a huge hit from Lieutenant Dan.
But it did cause him to go back to the Sisu penalty box. So was it worth it? I'll leave that decision with you wonderful people at home.
Well, you know, sometimes.
It's worth it.
But mostly never. 108 plays 47. 5 points picked up by MRD in that last passage of play. 8 points by Tyne and Fear. And we have a timeout being called by New World Order.
So this is just a timeout, not an official review thingy. I'm so professional.
Just a catch your breath kind of moment. New World Order certainly sitting in a strong position as we go nearly into half-time. We've got 4 minutes 41 left on the clock. That being said, it's not an insurmountable... I'm trying to do the maths, but I don't believe it's an insurmountable number if Tyne and Fear are able to tighten up their defensive work, Cherry.
However, the problem is Tyne and Fear have got literally their best skaters out right now that they have available to them. So unless something from Manchester goes wrong, like maybe not goes wrong, but maybe if Manchester decide to rest a couple of players because they might potentially be in the final later, you've got the best of the best playing each other right now. And if this is the score at half time, I mean, they might do a CCR Carly Ho, but
I mean, that's what we all want to see. But I'm not here for your negativity. I'm not here for your negativity, Sherry. I think Tyne and Fear.
All right, they'll do it. Come on, let's boss it out.
Well, what we need to see is when they do get those power jam opportunities that they absolutely grab them.
Yes.
So New World Order had, I believe, 2 power jams in their favour. Tyne and Fear, I feel like, have had 3, but one of those was from that official review we saw earlier, and then their own jammer picking up that penalty. Guys, that's not the way to use a power jam in your favour.
Yeah, the way Tyne and Fear can win this game, obviously because I'm such a coaching expert, will be from being a little bit smarter with what they're doing. Everyone who plays or watches or knows anything about roller derby will know as soon as you lose one player, do not lose another one.
Yeah.
Do not go to the penalty box like a toilet. You don't have to go together. Everyone goes to the toilet together, right? You got to take a friend. Hold the door for you, get paper.
Hold your hair.
Hold your hair, tell you that makeup looks nice. Listen to your woes about your boyfriend or Alan from work or something. Tell you that you don't look fat even though, you know, you're big bones. It all happens.
Well, babes, if you had a sandwich at lunch, everybody's bloated. Dark Matter with the star for Tyne and Fear, Lieutenant Dan, and this is what I am talking about, Tyne and Fear. Dark Matter picking up lead there.
But let's see what Dark Matter can do with this lead, because Lieutenant Dan has come out of nowhere. I mean, well, he came from CC penalty box, and he's hot on the heels of the points. Tyne and Fear are at the back of the pack now, so if Dan was a few seconds quicker, could have potentially grabbed some points, but Dark Matter knew what he was doing, called off the jam.
Check out the replay here of Dark Matter past, oh my God, scooches around Spencer to grab lead. Now, Tyne and Fear pick up 4 points, takes them to 51. So there is a 57-point differential, which is surmountable. Mountable, I'm not sure. 3.5 minutes left of this first half.
Doable.
Thank you. And we're seeing Rufio, lead jammer for New World Order. Moo in the pack for Tyne and Fear.
One apiece in the Sisu penalty box, Nicholas Rage, and I believe that is a Bush.
Rufio taking the outside line, managing to shrug off the blockers from Tyne and Fear. Moo finally making it out on the initial, but Rufio already with 5 points in his pocket for New World Order. Comes in once again, takes the outside. Very little resistance from Tyne and Fear, but Moo coming in. Sees the reformation of New World Order, shrugs past. Number 2 from New World Order, that is Shrooms. And oh my word!
What a crowd pleaser that was.
Rufio
does a little hop, skip and a jump over the apex.
Let's look at that again here. There you go, Spencer trying to catch Moo. Doesn't quite land it. Rufio comes in. Beautiful apex jump.
What the replay doesn't show you is how he did about 6 pirouettes, looked at the crowd, grabbed a bunch of flowers, kissed Elton John, and then went back to the bench.
I mean, it was beautiful, really. 13 points picked up by New World Order, 4 points for Tyne and Fear. So 55 plays 1-2-1, and we've got a team time out.
Who's flashing?
Oh, is it an official timeout? I'm sorry.
I think it's an official timeout.
It is. Nobody's flashing.
Just the official.
You're all good, babes. Just us.
Just Coco.
Check out our Instagram feed. So Tyne and Fear at 55. New World Order 1-2-1. 2.5 minutes left. Now, New World Order really starting to put on the burners now. These 13-point, 14-point jams are exactly what Tyne and Fear need to start shutting down.
Yep.
3 or 4 points means that they can keep within easy reach. Once we start getting into double digits, that's when the lead starts to really stretch out and becomes a difficulty.
Yes, it will do. But we've got an empty C2 penalty box. We've got everybody on the track. Fish v Sparky. But Fish, literally, as soon as that jam whistle goes, is through, grabbing lead. But, I mean, Sparky's not far behind him.
Yeah, really putting the pressure on here. Sparky with real determination to try and grab some of those points. I think wholly aware that once Fish hit that pack, he was going to call the jam.
And we are having an official review called by Tyne and Fear. 2 minutes left to go in this period, so it might be a little bit of time's running out. Let's just chance something. As we did before, as soon as we've got the information, we will bring it to you.
And do you know what? They won that official review, so they had this in their pocket. There was only 7 minutes to go when it was the last official review, and we weren't sure whether or not they'd have opportunity or time to use it, but clearly they found it. They found the time and opportunity.
Should always find the time. The little things that matter. Make the time in your day. Have a herbal tea. Write in your diary. Get some fresh air.
Call an official review.
Call an official review.
Yeah.
See an old friend. Have a latte. Have a lavender bath, Coco says.
2 if you mean.
2 if you be.
I'm excessive, though.
Are you a 2-bath woman?
I had a 2-bath last night.
One after the other, or was there an activity in between? I meant like going for dinner.
There was dinner and drinks. Thank you. Don't wish to discuss anything else on YouTube. It's not the forum.
I feel like it is, actually.
I feel like you're probably right.
Oh, I'm doing my horrible old man laugh now.
Oh, dear. It's descending.
Tell me about your hotel room.
2 minutes to half time, and gosh, I cannot wait.
And now for the information about the official review, and we can be all serious again. Thank you.
Okay, so with thanks to our officials, Tyne and Fear were looking for a 4 amps penalty to be called on the New World Order jammer. At the beginning of that last jam, they felt that lead jam was awarded because of a 4 amps violation. Ooh. However, the officials reviewed and the no call stands. We will return to play. And we have Cammy Kenzie with the star for Tyne and Fear. Lieutenant Dan, your lead jammer for New World Order. But, you know, Cammy Kenzie comes straight out of that back, unfortunately trips and falls.
Oh, I didn't mean to laugh, sorry. It was just, this track has given us some comical moments of people just falling over the ghost blockers. My apologies, Mackenzie. I'll high-five you later.
Oh, Cammy Kenzie about half a lap behind Lieutenant Dan, who comes in on his scoring pass, calls the jam as he hits Fubar. Picks up 3 points for New World Order. And we're checking out this replay with the spin from Lieutenant Dan. There you go. Points, spin. Staying upright somehow. What a champ.
He'd be good on Strictly, wouldn't he?
I've never watched it. I'm going to just tell you that now.
But you know about it.
I've seen pictures.
You know. Everyone knows.
Dark Matter up against Scrimley. Now, Scrimley struggling a little bit with the Tyne and Fear pack at the beginning of this period. However, gained confidence the last time we saw him jamming to pick up lead. And certainly Alien Al providing opportunities. But oh dear. Cut track penalty assessed to Scrimley. It is Dark Matter's time to pick up lead for Tyne and Fear. If only Alien Al and others would get out of the way.
Yeah, I got a feeling those others are not going to get out of the way
rude
without much, persuasion.
Well,
from the Tyne and Fear blockers, Alien Al is going to the penalty box, so you were quite correct.
Well,
just move out the way, Manchester. Just go.
Dark Matter does pick up lead, but when we're nearly a minute into this jam before lead is called, beautiful work there just to scooch on by on the inside line. 5 points picked up by Tyne and Fear. Period clock has run out. So this will be the final jam of this first half. Scrimley back on track and in play. Star in hand. And Dark Matter taking every moment possible to grab points. 10 so far. Coming in now for a third scoring pass.
Dark Matter carefully looking at his prey in front of him. Does a little bit of a shirt whip from Yorkie Bear as we saw a star pass over to Scooby Zoom, I think that is.
Yeah.
And it's time for the intermission.
So let's just check out this replay. Dark Matter coming in to grab lead. Shirt whip aplenty. Fantastic work. So 15 points picked up by Tyne and Fear in that final jam of the half. Takes their score to 70. New World Order on 125. This is half time. Oh, hello. Here we are. It's the eyeliner gang. We're going to come back just in about 15 minutes time, which will be no time at all for you people on YouTube, to talk about penalties
And
Strictly,
and
probably,
baths.
and baths.
We want to know your best bath story, which we won't know about, but just say it out loud anyway. Let it out there. I'll stop being weird,
Please.
and I'll see you shortly.
I'm the lovely Beatrix. She's very cherry, and we can't wait to mess with your mind even more.